Hey guys, I'm Deronda with Foods 101. Christmas Day is right around the corner and I'm giving you heads up on how to make this triple chocolate peppermint cookie. Melt in your mouth delicious. The ingredients you're going to need is 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of dark chocolate chips, or you may substitute with milk chocolate or semi-sweet chocolate, 3/4 cups of butter at room temperature, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil or canola oil, 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. I'm using a special dark chocolate, but any cocoa powder will do, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 egg, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3 ounces of white chocolate or 1/2 cup of white chocolate chips, and we're going to need 1/4 cup of crushed peppermint to go on the top of these cookies. I'm going to go ahead and use my own peppermint candy to crush, but if you want to buy it already crushed in the bag, you be my guest. Let me show you how simple and easy this is to get together. In a mixing bowl, I'm adding all my flour, cocoa powder, that smells good, the salt, and the baking soda. With a whisk, we're going to incorporate these 4 ingredients until they're well blended. That looks great, so we can sit this off to the side. I'm adding my 3/4 cups of butter in a mixing bowl, and you see the softness on that butter? That's what you're needing. If you don't have time to wait to bring it to room temperature, you can go ahead and nuke it in your microwave. I put mine on defrost and check it every 5 seconds until I get this nice softened butter. Add all your granulated sugar with the hand mixer. We're gonna mix till light and fluffy. And looking like this. Be sure to scrape down the sides of the bowl as you go. Now we're going to add our 1 egg right into our butter sugar mixture. Beat while scraping down the sides of your bowl. That looks great. Now, by the way, I'm going to add a peppermint flavoring oil. Not necessary, or you can substitute this with peppermint extract. This is a little bit more powerful, so just a couple of drops will do. Mix this in with our butter and sugar. Boy, does that smell so yummy. It's beginning to smell a lot like Christmas in my kitchen today. That looks great. Now, if you're using a peppermint extract, you'll want to use 1/2 teaspoon. Add a little bit of our dry ingredients, a little bit at a time, starting on low speed, so we can get all this well blended. I turned my mixer off in between adding our dry ingredients because I don't want to end up with a cocoa flour shower. I've been rolling out my cookie dough into 1-inch balls, placing them over here on a cookie sheet that I've lined with parchment paper. I'm going to take a little bit more off of that. You want them all the same size. You want them to all bake evenly. The parchment paper isn't necessary, but I like using it because I love the way it makes the bottom of the cookies look. And at this point, you want your oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are perfect. Before you take them over to the oven, we're going to use a flat bottom of a glass, and we're going to flatten our cookies out about 2 inches. And you may have to just help get it off the end of your glass there. I mean, this cookie dough doesn't stick to your hands, so you should be fine just peeling off the corner. Off to that preheated oven on the middle rack for the next 7 to 8 minutes. Use your timer and no peeking. Cookies have baked, and now this is a critical step. Cool your cookies for 5 minutes here on their baking sheet before transporting over here to their cooling rack. So use your timer. It's time to remove them off their baking sheet over here to a cooling rack, and see how the dome has flattened. That's what's going to happen when they cool down here on your cookie sheet. You want them to stay whole. You don't want them crumbling while transporting them from the baking sheet to the cooling rack. Cool completely about 15 or 20 minutes. Meanwhile, get your peppermint and your chocolates ready. I've unwrapped my candy canes. I put them in this bag, and I'm taking the back of the spoon, and I'm going to give them a lovely little crushing until they're looking like that. Now, for our chocolate, with our white chocolate and our dark chocolate, I'm adding 1 teaspoon to each. This is going to make it silky, glossy, and shiny when you add it to the cookie tops. I'm going to microwave both of these on defrost until they're nice, smooth, and melted. And looking like this, nice and smooth, and the glass here will hold heat. Lovely and smooth, just like this. And now back with our cookies. I'm adding a piece of parchment paper that I'm adding my cookies to. You want a single layer of your cookies. Now you can leave that on your cooling rack if you wish, but I think this makes the cleanup a whole lot easier. White chocolate with a fork, and we're just going to drizzle over the top of our cookies. We're doing the white chocolate. Doesn't have to be perfect. And we're doing the dark chocolate, or if you're using semi-sweet or whichever other dark chocolate you're using, you be my guest. Before the chocolate sets up, we're just going to add a little sprinkle of peppermint. As much or as little as you wish. And some you just may not even want to add peppermint, and they smell fabulous. Yes, work in little increments. That way your peppermint will adhere to your chocolate here on the top of your cookies. These smell unbelievable. I can tell they're going to be a fantastic, delicious peppermint cookie. You can let these sit up at room temperature, or you can put them in the refrigerator and they'll set up in about 5 minutes. Let's try these triple chocolate peppermint cookies. And looky there. Oh, I let the chocolate set up faster by putting it in the freezer. And it's kind of like a soft little crunchy cookie. Oh my yums. Tastes like those Thin Mints. Those popular Thin Mints. A perfectly delicious cookie for your Christmas holidays. Serve at your parties, give as a gift, and it makes 2.5 dozen. I'm Deronda with Foods 101. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, hit that notification bell to be the first to get my new YouTube food videos. And looky there, it's got a little bit of give in it, but it's got a whole lot of crunch too. Merry Christmas, stay safe, and I'll catch you lovely people later.